Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, currently 10:25 in the morning, and today is gonna be a long, wet day. It's supposed to rain the entire day, which kind of sucks, but we'll see how it goes. Now we're making our way here towards Reston because we did secure, when we watched yesterday's video, we did secure a $30 order from Potbelly. So we're gonna go ahead and get that picked up. We're gonna drop it off, stay here or in Reston for about most of lunch, and then we're gonna go to Tyson's and we'll see how it goes. Again, the goal today, minimum 250. We're gonna make this happen. We're staying online until we hit 250. I think it's more than reasonable. I think they're probably gonna throw some crazy peak pay because of the rain, especially in Tyson. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm actually like 5 minutes away from the Potbelly, and the manager just called me because she's like, "Oh, I'm doing another delivery close by." She's kind of telling me where everything is at. So hopefully when I get there, I can find everything, because I guess they have a lot of catering sometimes, you know. I know they use me when they have no other choice, because of course they don't want to probably pay out, you know, because they're not supposed to pay out the cash tips anymore. So I'm not entirely sure how they're doing this. So we shall see. But today, 250 bare minimum. We're gonna make it happen. Let's go, guys. So we're here at Potbelly, and they left me a nice little bag, and it says tip and receipt, and then it says ask for shake. And they know that back in the day, Potbelly had banana shakes. So they actually got bananas, but just for right now, I guess. So they got me a shake. So shout out to the Potbelly staff. Funny thing is, on the receipt, there's typically an address. There is no address. So I have to call her, and I was like, "Hey, do you have the address by any chance? Because I don't have the address." Okay, we just got the address right now. And 30 bucks in cash as promised. So that's a win-win right there for us. Okay, she gave me the address. Ooh, okay. It's not going too far. We'll see you guys back on the road. Okay, guys, we got the order dropped off. I'm actually going to a hotel, like literally 2 minutes, maybe less from my job. When I put up the address, I'm like, where am I going? Am I going behind the sheets? And then I know behind the sheets, they have a lot of hotels. One of those hotels that I guarantee this. When the people booked it, they probably thought they were like minutes away from DC, because that's basically what the hotels advertise. That are like, oh yeah, we're 15 minutes from DC. Yeah, if you get on the toll road and stuff like that. But in reality, you're like a lot further out than 15 minutes away. But you know what? If you're gonna just travel here, you're gonna go to DC, and you don't mind a little bit of a drive, and you're gonna save a bunch of money, it makes sense to stay in Northern Virginia. Even in Arlington, where it is a little more expensive, that's still cheaper than DC. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go online now. The time is 11:05. We're gonna go ahead and hit dash now. We're gonna be here until at least 1:30. My app is taking forever to recognize my location. What is going on? There it is. Cool, so we're gonna hit dash now. Alrighty, so now we're online, guys. We're online. Bam. Like always, like you getting a little message up top. If I want to be prioritized, I need to get my acceptance rating to 50%, which unfortunately that's just not going to happen because there's just too much trash in my zone. So yeah. Anyways, we're going to make our way back here towards the town center, because that's where all the stores are at. Let me double check to make sure there isn't a peak pay going on. Well, cool. So no peak pay. That's fine. So now we're 30 bucks in, and we can be around 70 or 80 bucks by the time it's 1:30. I think that would be great. So hopefully we can make that happen. We're getting our first trash order of the day from Chick-fil-A. 2 items, 6.7 miles for $5. No thank you. So we shall see you guys on the first order. Okay guys, so far we're having a sluggish start to the day here, because I've only gotten 3 orders, and they were garbage. They were garbage. For lack of a better word, they were just garbage. But we're still making our way here towards Reston Town Center now. There's a little bit of traffic, and you know, it rains a little bit and people just forget how to drive. I mean, most people don't know how to drive normally. I would consider ourselves professional drivers. We drive most of the day by now. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty patient, but some people just trigger me. Like people that got student driver stickers, and it's not like a beat up car or like at least a 10-year-old car, and it's like a freaking Mercedes. You cannot be a student driver and drive a Mercedes. I'm sorry, it's just not allowed. Or at least I'm not gonna cut you any slack if you're learning how to drive in a Mercedes. That's just me though. I don't know. Anyways, we shall see you guys on our first order. The time is 11:15, so it's been about 10 minutes, and nothing. So we'll see you guys soon. Okay, guys, so just picked up our first official DoorDash order off the day here from Five Guys. It was paying $9.25, I think 4.5 miles. Now, it's been a while since I've been to Five Guys, mainly because the one in Tyson is inside the mall in the food court, which is like super hard to get to sometimes, and parking's not the greatest. So unless it's extremely dead, you will never see me pick up an order from Five Guys in Tyson's because of the location of the store and whatnot. But you know how YouTube just recommends random things to you? So randomly recommended this Vice like mini documentary on Afro Man. So if you've never heard of Afro Man, the only excuse you have is your youth. You need to be like 19, 20 years old, maybe 21, if for you to never have heard of Afro Man, because this man used to make bangers back in the day. So it was pretty cool. He talked about how he started, how he would hustle. He would sell, like, can you imagine that nowadays? Like selling physical copies of music. Like, it's so different. It's only been like 20 years, yet right now I could not picture someone literally giving you a CD. I feel like most new cars don't even have CD players. You know what I mean? But yeah, and it's really good. And then after that, I was just like, man, let's play some Afro Man. So I was jamming to like Colt 45 before I got the order. That's why I forgot to record when I got the order. But yeah, Afro Man made bangers, classics, just chill music, funny lyrics. If you've never heard of Afro Man, you should definitely check him out. But I'm hoping that you have, because you know he low-key, you know, was that guy for like a good 5 minutes back in like 01, 02, but still, you know, he was everywhere for a hot second. But it's good to see that he's still doing well. He's doing what he loves to do, which is, you know, tour, make music and whatnot. And you know, he made classics. So anyways, we're 5 minutes away now from the drop off, and today is weird. Like, it's raining, it looks like it's cold, but it's actually like 69 degrees. It's basically 70, so it's borderline hot for me, you know, at least. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and we shall see you guys in a few. Okay guys, we got the order dropped off, and it became $10, so we'll take it. 10 bucks, we'll take it. Now we're sitting at 40. The time is 11:53, and we're making our way back here towards the town center. I'm again getting some pretty low paying offers, but that's okay. It's gonna happen. So we just gotta, you know, hold our ground and wait until we get something that's decent. You know, I'm not saying we need a banger, but I'm taking this order right here. 2 items, 3.9 miles, another $9.50 payout from Tea Break, Faux, and Boba. I have not been there in a while. They're usually pretty fast though. Plus $9.50, you really can't pass that up, you know? So we'll see you guys at the fun place. Okay guys, we got the order dropped off, and it went from $9.50 to $13.75. We'll take it. Now the best part about this is we're right next to the Wawa. We're gonna make a quick stop, get some juice in the car because we need some gas. We don't need gas. I mean, eventually I'm gonna need gas, but the Wawa is cheaper, and I'm already right here. So definitely don't want to pay Tyson's gas station prices, which is a lot more when I'm already here by the Wawa. You know, probably gonna go inside and get something to drink. So let's go. Okay guys, so we ended up spending a little more time at the Wawa than what I was hoping to spend, but there were a lot of people there. That checkout lines were really long. Even the self-checkout lines were really long. Typically those are usually pretty quick, or they're empty. But it's okay. We ended up getting a Monster energy drink that we will definitely drink in a little bit. And then we picked up a snack / my lunch for the day, an Italian provolone hoagie from Wawa. It's pretty good. I think it's slightly overpriced, but you know, people still buy it. Clearly I still bought it. I usually have these sometimes when I get hungry at work around 1 or 2 in the morning. Now for you guys that don't know, or that are new to the channel, by the way, thank you for subscribing. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. I do work overnight from 8 p.m. till 5 a.m., which is why I usually end dashing or stop dashing around 7:15, 7:30ish, so I can make it on time. I'm off Friday and Saturdays from that job, which is why I can technically dash longer today and tomorrow if needed, or if I want to. And if you have any more questions, basically in a nutshell, what the company does that I work for is we maintain and upkeep shopping centers. So basically, picture, I don't know, whatever you get your orders at, it's most likely a shopping center. So lots of stores, a huge parking area, trash cans that people gotta clean or you know, change and whatnot. So basically, what the company does, we have crews that go out and they, you know, clean the parking lot with a little Isuzu truck that has like a vacuum, and you know, you do a couple laps around the parking lot. making sure it looks really nice, and then they change the trash bags. So tomorrow when people go, there's not like trash everywhere. That's basically what we do in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, but that's just like, if I want to just break it down real quick. But yeah, so we service DC, Maryland, Virginia, here in the DMV area, and I'm a supervisor there. So typically I don't have to go out as much on the road as I used to when I was a driver there a couple years ago. But now we're basically just supervising, making sure that, you know, everything's good. We've had trucks burned down. We've had all kinds of shenanigans happen. But yeah, so that's why we go to this Wawa a lot, because the Wawa has superior food options compared to a McDonald's or a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven food to me is the worst. If you want to have diarrhea or if you're constipated, go to 7-Eleven. Go get that chicken taquito that's been spinning there for 8 hours, that it doesn't want to spin anymore. It looks like a rock, you know? But anyways, we did get this order right here from Pollo Campero. Now, Pollo Campero, I don't go there often, to be honest. Most of the orders are like really far, and this one is kind of going far, but look at the payout. $24. I think it was going like 14 miles maybe, I think. Definitely going out of the zone. But those 24 bucks, can't pass them up. I just can't, especially right now when it's a little bit slow, and the time right now is 12:30. You know, is it 12:30? Yeah, no, 12:50. Wait, 12:50? Yeah, 12:50. So, you know, definitely the shift was gonna end at 1:30. So I saw it, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? And it could be more, but I doubt it. I think they're showing the true payout because it's going so far. Now, it does have a subtotal of $120. It's two 20-piece chicken meals, I think is what they're called. The food is ready, which is perfect. So right now we only have a 14-minute drive, so we're gonna be there around 1 o'clock, and then we're just gonna drive to Tyson's, and then I think I might be able to dash for a little bit there too, like before the Macy's drop. So I think it'll be okay. Hopefully it pays more, but if it doesn't, hey, we'll take the $24, no problem. Let's get it. Okay, guys, so we got the order dropped off, and for a hot second, I was like, where am I going? Because I started seeing all this 100% security, 100% ID check, 100% this and that, you know, must stay in the lane, or this and that. And I'm like, am I going to like some kind of like government facility or something? But then before that, there's like a service road, and that's where he wanted me to make a right. And I'm like, seems kind of sketch, but whatever. We followed the GPS, and it took me to this massive, like, just lot of commercial vehicles. Like, I mean, there's trailers everywhere. Like, never heard of this place before. There's definitely a dump here somewhere. We were able to find the drop-off location, and my suspicion was correct. They showed the full amount, the full payout, because that's the only way that someone's gonna drive all the way from where I was at all the way down here. If you put that as $9.50 or $10.75, like, no one's gonna take that risk that it could go up. You know what I mean? So right now, the first dash is ending here at $77.75, including the $30 here from Potbelly. They definitely helped a lot. Now we do have like a 30-minute drive to get to Tyson's. Once I get there, we're definitely gonna dash right away. There's a $2 peak pay going on, so we can do 1 or 2 orders before Macy's. That would be even better. So hopefully we can get there fairly quickly. But yeah, I still want to know what's here. I'm curious. I don't think it's a military base. I don't think there's one here, but it literally says badge personnel only, escorts, oversized vehicles, shuttle buses. So again, I don't even know what this place is, and I don't see anyone in uniform or anything. But I see a bunch of gates. So I am kind of close to the airport, so maybe it's got to do maybe something with the airport. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's got to be with the airport. Yeah, it says no trespassing. Metropolitan Washington. Yeah, it's definitely with the airport. So maybe it's kind of like service entrance for workers or something. I don't know. But for a hot second, I was like, where am I going? Because, you know, you definitely don't want to make a U-turn or like make a turn whenever you see all these like stay in your lane things, you know. But hey, nobody pulled me over. No one. I did see a couple of cops, but you know, they look like normal cop cars. So again, no idea of what this place is. But yeah, it's got to be with the airport because we're pretty close to the airport. So anyways, that was fun. Now we have, well, I already said it, like a solid 30-minute drive to Tyson's. We'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, we're in Tyson's. We made it. Well, technically I'm still on the highway, but I'm already in Tyson's, so we're already dashing. There is a $1 peak pay going on until 2 p.m. It's $1.40 right now. So maybe you can catch one order, cool, you know. Minimum threshold, $7.25. And I'm not getting anything. Hopefully we can do maybe at least one order before waiting for Macy's. so I can take my break and eat my food. We shall see how it goes. I'm hoping, again, wow, these orders are going so far. One item, 11.5 miles, 10:25 from Panda Express, going all the way back to Reston, which that's where I was at. No, thank you. Let me see. Let's go ahead and decline that. But again, the goal is today, $250. I'm not sure how long it's going to take us, but $250. I'm not going home until we make $250. I said what I said. I mean it. So, anyways, let me just go ahead and park and wait for an order, and we'll see you guys hopefully soon. Okay, guys, we're here. We made it to Tyson's, and we just picked up or accepted what I think is exactly what we needed from Maggiano's on North Italia, showing a $14 payout. I think it's going like a mile. Maybe not a mile, like maybe 2 miles. So hopefully it's ready here. I'm glad that it stopped raining because, oh man, this rain has been killer since last night. People don't know how to drive. Then it's actually like really like muggy outside. It's really muggy. Look at all these cars right here. But anyways, the Dash Mobile is parked right there. We got some Teslas here. Shout out to the Driven Dad. And then we're gonna go pick up here the order from Maggiano's. Hopefully it's ready. Let's ride. Okay, guys, we just got here to North Italia. The food was ready, by the way, at Maggiano's. We got lucky with this parking. Hopefully the food's ready. It's going to the same customer, so I guess it doesn't really matter if it's not ready. But I'm liking the payout. I'm liking the miles. I'm liking the restaurants. They're picking pretty fancy spots, so I think it's going to pay a little more than $14. Okay, guys, we got both orders dropped off, and now we're sitting at $93.75. Let's go. We're one order away from hitting $100. Hopefully Macy's, Tony Shu, the Macy's people, bless us with a nice order from Macy's that will definitely help the cause. But again, the goal is $250. Now I am gonna pause my dash for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and find a parking spot here in Macy's, eat my hoagie, pop open the energy drink, and just kind of relax for a little bit, and then hopefully we'll get an order from Macy's. Let's go. Okay, guys, so we took a small break, right? We crushed a hoagie from Wawa, drank half of my Monster, which is, right here. And then we just waited, just declined some orders, just kind of relaxed for a little bit until the Macy's drop came. And today, Tony Shu, the DoorDash gods themselves, blessed me today with this order from Macy's, paying $104.75, going like 50 miles or 54 miles or something. Now, I thought about unassigning the order that's all the way to the left by itself in Sterling, but I'm like, you know what? If I have to drive back from Maryland, I might as well just, drive those miles and get paid for it. Now, I'm gonna have a decision to make later on. Do I want to stay in Reston up there, or do I want to come back to Tyson's? And I'm not sure yet. I guess we'll see. I guess it's gonna depend on the time. And speaking of time, it's all gonna depend on how fast I can get into Maryland, and also of course out. But the initial going into Maryland part is the one that takes the longest because of traffic, and then now it's raining, so it's gonna be even worse. So we'll see what happens. Now the first drop off is still here in McLean near Tyson's, and after that is when we start our journey to Maryland. So we'll see how it goes. We'll keep you guys posted, and we'll see you guys in a few. Okay, guys, we got the first one dropped off. Funny story, I think he was paying $9.25. If I can find the screenshot, I'll put it up. So I'm walking to the door, and I'm assuming her husband opens the door, and he was like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I have a delivery." And they're like, "We didn't order anything." And I was like, "Oh, it's for so-and-so," and I read the name, and he was like, "Oh, that's my wife." And he takes the order, and he yells inside, "Did you order more things from Macy's again?" And the wife goes, "Yeah." And he just rolls his eyes. He goes, "Women, what are you gonna do?" And just closes the door. And I was just like, what? It was so funny. I know that I could not replicate how it all went down, but it was hilarious. So I'm like, "Hey sir, just so you know, I'm gonna take a photo of the ground. It goes to you, no problem." He's like, "Oh yeah, no problem." And of course I just missed my turn because I was having too much fun telling the story. But it's okay, we can make a U-turn here real quick. But yeah, that was hilarious. And the next one is also still here in Maryland, in McLean. Only 3 minutes away, so that's good. We can get 2 orders here knocked out fairly quickly because I'm trying to go to Maryland like now, because like I said, traffic. But yeah, so I think Macy's is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great during the holiday season for sure. I can only imagine maybe near Black Friday or like for Christmas. I feel like it's definitely gonna be an absolute banger for sure. So anyways, let me get the second one dropped off. See you guys soon. Okay guys, we have all the orders from Maryland dropped off. Now we're plotting our route here for the last one. That's all the way basically Ashburn, Sterling area. It's gonna take me an hour and 2 minutes to get there. It's 28.3 miles away, so we're gonna be there by 5:20. So actually a lot earlier than what I thought I was gonna finish. I thought I was gonna finish around 6, and this is even with the traffic, because I know I'm gonna run into traffic. So I'm thinking we go back to Tyson's. What do you guys think? If you guys were me, what would you do? Go back to Tyson's, maybe stay in Reston. I'm leaning towards Tyson's because I feel like it's supposed to rain later on and they're gonna bring out some stupid, crazy high peak pay. So I don't know. But honestly, this has been really smooth. Like DoorDash actually did a good job plotting the route. You know when DoorDash does something that makes sense and you question it because it makes sense? Because typically they do something stupid like take away the one-click decline, you know, things like that. So honestly, I'm glad this worked out. I didn't have any issues with any drop-offs. There was only one building that had terrible parking. It was like in the middle of this major road. So I had to drive like a block or two, find some street parking, and then walked it up. No big deal. But other than that, it's been smooth sailing. Now we're heading back here to Virginia. Oh, speaking of Virginia, what's you guys' state's slogan? So for example, Virginia slogan, it's Virginia's for lovers, which, I mean, I get it. You know, I'm a lover, but I just don't think it sounds all that great. I feel like it could have been a better slogan. So like I think starting a couple of years ago, it's like by default at the bottom of people's license plates. Like at the bottom, it would say Virginia's for lovers and whatnot. So, but anyways, it's gonna take us an hour to get back, but at the same time, it's paying $19.25 and it could go up. It's literally a big comforter. So I think overall we made the right decision in not unassigning this order and keeping it. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Now I do know that we're getting a huge boost with this order, and because of that, I think it's only fair that we up the goal from 250 to 300 before we end the dash. So bare minimum $300 type of day. I think it makes sense. Let's go. Okay guys, quick little update. We're still in Maryland, but we're baby stepping it. There is, according to the GPS, this crash ahead, and it added 5 more minutes and it's all red, but it's moving. So hey, as long as it's moving, that's fine. I just hate standing still, you know. But it is 4:35, so I could only imagine what this would be like at 5 o'clock. It would be bumper to bumper. Right now it's almost bumper to bumper. But yeah, we're 45 minutes away. We're still gonna be there around 5:19. So if I wanna drive back to Tyson's, it'll be 20 minutes. So I could be back by 5:40. I think I'm leaning towards that, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. But I think as of right now, I'm leaning towards going back to Tyson's. I think Tyson's is still a busier area than Reston. And I think a lot of people are going to order tonight because it's raining, it's ugly. It's one of those, it's not weather where you don't want to leave your house, just stay in, watch Netflix or watch whatever, you know. Speaking of watching, I did finish the FIFA corruption. I think it's called FIFA Unraveled, or I forgot, something with FIFA. It's good. I thought it was interesting. I think they could have dig deeper, but because they interviewed some other people they're talking about, I think they probably like didn't say certain things, you know. But it's still a good watch. It's still a good watch. Anyways, we'll see you guys in 42 minutes my time, probably 5 seconds your time. Let's go. Okay guys, as you can see, it's dark now, but we got all the orders from Macy's dropped off. Man, I took this lady's comforter for a trip. We went all the way to Maryland just to come back into Virginia. We just dropped it off here in Ashburn. Now I am gonna go back to Tyson's, and only because of the time. Okay, it's right now it's 5:15, so we actually shaved off a couple of minutes. Now it is gonna take me like 35 minutes to get back to Tyson's, and we're gonna be there before 6. So I think it makes sense. Now I could drive 35 minutes back to Tyson's or 20 minutes into Reston, but I think Tyson's is the move. So we're gonna go ahead and go back. Hopefully we're not shooting ourselves in the foot. I don't think we are. But yeah, that was a long drive, and you know what? I might pull into if I see a Wawa or a Sheetz or something, because I gotta pee. I gotta pee so bad. If not, I'm gonna have to hold it all the way down until we get to the Cheesecake Factory. We'll see. But regardless, again, the goal is $300. Let's make that happen. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're back in Tyson's, and when I was driving here, but before I came into the zone, I'm like, let me double check this peak pay, because you know they throw random peak pay. I don't want to be informed. There's a $5 peak pay going on right now. So you best believe the offers are scarce. So when this order came along, we jumped on it right away. I think it's paying $18.25. I think. Let me double check here real quick. I think it was paying, yeah, $18.25, 10 items, 7.8 miles, and I cannot see the subtotal, but it's 10 items from the Cheesecake Factory. So I'm assuming it's got to be over $100. Hopefully it's ready, and it works out because I was gonna go in there anyways because I still gotta pee. So we'll see you guys at the Cheesecake Factory. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're here in Tyson's. It's super windy. Got a good parking spot. Going to that Cheesecake Factory to pick up this banger. I'm pretty sure it's a banger. We took a photo of our catering bag, and I'm so happy because I need to pee. Hopefully they stack it. Let's go. Okay, guys, so we made it to the Cheesecake Factory, took care of our business real fast because I needed to go so bad. Food was ready. Now we're on the road. We're only 10 minutes away. I thought it'd be further, but it's all highway miles for the most part, no traffic. We're actually almost there. We're 4 minutes out, and the time right now is 6:15. Now, one of the peak pays ends at 6:30, the dollar one, and that's just gonna be $4, which is still really high. So we should be able to hit the goal of $300, I think. But like I said, whenever there's peak pay, people come out and there's less orders to go around. So I can't be as selective, I guess, with my declining, but I'm definitely going to make sure that it's still at least like a quote-unquote 625 order than you're at the peak. You know what I mean? So hopefully this one pays a little bit more. I mean, I think it will, but we shall see. So we'll see you guys on the next order. Okay, guys, we got the order dropped off, and I'm happy to report that it's a banger. Let's go. It was paying almost $34. Of course, half of that is peak, but even without the peak, that's a good order. That's a good order. Now the time is 6:21, so by the time we get back into Tyson's, the $1 peak pay will be gone, and we'll be left with $4 until 7:30. So basically, we have a whole nother hour with the crazy high peak pay. But yeah, so we're 12 minutes away here from being back in the zone. I'm probably not gonna decline a whole lot. You know what? I'm curious to see what my acceptance rating is right now. It's probably pretty high. It's 18. That would be higher because I took, you know, all those orders from Macy's. But anyways, hopefully we get another order you know, when we're coming back into Tyson's, because again, the peak pay brings out all these dashers, and in Tyson's you never have to schedule because it's quote-unquote always busy, you know. But I don't recommend chasing the peak pay. If you're already gonna be there, if that's already what you're planning to do, then cool. but I feel like if you chase the peak pay, it doesn't turn out well, at least in my humble opinion. Excuse me. But yeah, so anyways, we'll see you guys back in Tyson. Guys, so how do we get here? I was on the highway about to turn to go to Tyson's, and this order comes along from, no, not Panda Express, Uno Pizzeria and Grill. I've never been here, actually, but it's paying $18.25. It's going back to Tyson's, so why not? Hopefully it's ready. The order's not paying a whole lot. I mean, the payout, it's the payout of the order. Jeez, the subtotal, my bad, I can't talk. I think it's showing as like a $55, but hey, we're gonna get at least $18.25, so why not? I wonder if it's gonna be ready. Let's see. That is a huge door. Yeah, just picking up a DoorDash for Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan
R? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, guys, so we got here to the Uno, and we had to sign third-party vendor. Interesting. But yeah. Okay, guys, so we got the order picked up here from the Uno Pizzeria place, whatever it's called. But they made me sign, and I'm like, it just seems silly because you don't put your name down or anything. I looked at what everybody else wrote, and it's like the date, the company you work for, and then also where it says name or whatever, people also put the the name of the company. So it's like you put DD in one spot and you put DoorDash in the other spot, and then you sign or you squiggle or whatever. So I mean, I've never seen that before, first time ever. I didn't really see the point, but I mean, hey, if that works for them, it is what it is. Now we're only 8 minutes away right now, 2.5 miles. The customer did send me a text saying they forgot to put the room number, but they did put it on the app, so I don't know. Weird, but hey, that's fine. I mean, at least they were, you know, communicative. So anyways, let me get this order dropped off so we can keep going. Let's ride. Okay, guys, we got the order dropped off. I think it's like $21.75. Let's go. Now, like I said earlier, the $1 peak pay is gone, so it's a $4 peak pay. So $10.25 is the minimum threshold. Now it is 6:57, so we got basically 30 more minutes of this peak, so probably just one more order. So hopefully we'll get something. I have not gotten anything since last dropping off the order, so we shall see how it goes. But we're only like 5 minutes away from Tyson's 2, where I like to hang out, so hopefully we can get something along the way. Let's go. Okay, guys, it looks like it's finally happening. What I thought was going to happen with a crazy amount of peak pay, it's slow. I have not gotten a single offer. My app seems to be working. So yeah, I mean, I figured that was gonna happen at some point because of all the dashers that are probably out here trying to capitalize on the peak pay. So hey, I don't blame them. No, I don't blame them at all. But peak pay will do that. I think initially, or if there are a lot of orders, it's great. But then eventually kind of just basically makes your market extra saturated. So, and now there's no parking spots. So we're gonna go ahead and try and find one on the other side by Andy's Pizza, and we shall see you guys in a few. Okay, guys, we just picked up our next 2 orders from P.F. Chang's and Andy's Pizza. And I don't know what the heck char broccoli or broccolini is, but it smells like ass. Nah, it's paying $20, 5.3 miles. Let's get it. Okay, guys, we're back in the Dash Mobile. As you saw, we got the order picked up from Andy's. And the one from P.F. Chang's was also ready, which I was surprised about, but I figured, hey, it's Friday night, they gotta have staff. I walked in, I've never seen so many employees ready to actually help you at P.F. Chang's. Now we got both of them picked up. The orders were showing 20 bucks, 5.3 miles. What's not to like? Now, right now we're currently sitting around 253, I think. So we're having a great day, but again, the goal is 300. The time is 7:26. Now, assuming there isn't anything on top of these orders, we're gonna be around 275, I think. So we can definitely hit the goal, I think. Hopefully we can do a little bit more, but you know, we'll see. I'm gonna play it by ear. If it's really slow and we're not getting anything after we hit 300, then I'll call it a day. But if it's still popping, you know, why not? So anyways, let me get these 2 orders dropped off, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we got both orders dropped off, and it was almost paying, I think, $28. It was great because it was showing us 20 and then went from 20 to almost 28. Now I did check, the $4 peak pay is gone, just to be replaced by a $3 peak pay going on until 9:30. So that's gonna be basically when we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop at 9:30. So whatever we make, well, first of all, we gotta make 300. What I'm saying is we're gonna stay out till at least 9:30. That's gonna be my cutoff time. Plus I want to edit the video and maybe even go live. I don't know. But if I do, the thing is with me, like, I can get lazy, you know what I mean? So before I go live, I have to edit the video, because if not, I'm not gonna do it afterwards. I know that, you know, because sometimes the lives can go, you know, can go long, and I enjoy going live, but I definitely don't want to, you know, finish a live at like 2, 3 in the morning, and then I got to edit the video, and I just know it's not gonna end well. So basically, be 9:30, go home, focus on the video, edit the video, get, you know, upload it, all that good stuff, and then go live. Well, of course, right now, by the time this comes out, I either did all that or didn't do any of that. So I'm not entirely sure what I decided, but we'll see what happens. Right now the time is 7:45, so basically we're gonna go for a little under 2 more hours. Let's go. Okay guys, it's been a while, and oh man, the downside of peak pay. But we got an order. We just picked it up here from Andy's Pizza. I think it's like $12, 5 miles, something like that. And you know what's funny about this? I actually went inside to use the bathroom, and then when I was walking back towards the Dashmobile, that's when the order came in. And I'm like, I'm already here. And it was ready. Now the time is 8:19. So we're going till 9:30. And I said that we're not going to stop till we at least hit 300, which I'm still confident we can do. But I'm not going to lie. For a hot second, I got kind of nervous because the offers just dried up. So yeah. Anyways, we should be there by 11:30. Then maybe a 10-minute drive back. Hopefully the next order after that will get us to $300. And then after that, it'll just be a bonus. Cherry on top. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so we got the order from Andy's Pizza dropped off. It ended up being $12.75, and I think it's been like almost 30 minutes. So I went from thinking, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna make 300, we might make more, to holy crap, we might not even get to 300. But I made up my word, and I was gonna stay until we hit that. So luckily we got this stacked off right here from Andy's Pizza in the Cheesecake Factory. $18. So we're gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory first, and after this we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Let's go. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me okay. So we're finally back in the Dashmobile doing orders. The last hour and a half has been incredibly slow. It was so slow, in fact, that I watched an entire episode of Unsolved Mysteries, the latest batch. They just dropped like a bunch of new episodes. The first one, I can't remember the guy's name, who basically they can't determine if his death was a homicide or a suicide, so it's undetermined. Although I'm convinced the dude was murdered. I'm sorry. It's the only logical explanation, okay? But anyways, good episode. Check it out. And then I was like, man, it's already like 9:02, whatever time it was when I got the order, right? And I'm like, great, perfect, exactly what we needed, because we just needed like $7 more. So this is paying 18, so it'll put us over the hump and then some, which is great. But I was fully prepared to take a bad order. I was gonna take a bad order. And I'm like, if I get a 925, no, I'm sorry, not 925. If I get like I think like a 725 or 825, knowing that it's really like a 525 or 425, I was willing to do it just to get the goal and go home. But luckily I didn't have to. Luckily I did not have to. Both orders were ready. Well, actually, not true. I take it back. Andy's was ready. Cheesecake Factory was not ready. There's a little bit of waiting there, but no big deal. We're only 5 minutes away from the first drop off, but not a bad way here to celebrate hitting 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. 3,000 subscribers, over $300 today. That's a dub. That's a dub for sure. Now tomorrow, not sure what to expect, but I want to challenge myself, so I'm not gonna edit this out. So if I didn't do it, then shame on me. But if I did do it, hey, congrats. The goal is, well, not the goal. What I'm trying to do is go home, edit this video, which might take me like an hour or two. So by that time, it'll be almost at midnight, and then maybe go live for a little bit. Hopefully we can make that happen. But if we didn't go live, then that means I did not edit the video like I wanted to, which a lot of things could happen. I could go home, fall asleep. I could go home and something else. I don't know, but my plan right now, as of 9:36 p.m., is to do that. Finish the orders, go home, edit the video, go live for a little bit. So that's the plan. So we'll see what actually happened. But again, I'm not gonna edit this out. So we'll see you guys when we go over the numbers. Okay, guys, we got the orders dropped off, and I think combined it almost became almost $25 or $24. I want to say, yeah, I think it became almost $24 or $25. Man, what a day! What a day! The time is 9:52, so it's not crazy late, but it's also not early. Now we're gonna finish the dash here at $318 with 43 cents. So we had $30 in cash that I am gonna count it. It's part of my earnings. Okay. I know I have someone comment saying that I shouldn't count them because I didn't do them through gig work, and I reply saying, well, to me it counts because I would not have had that relationship or that business if it wasn't because of gig work. So I'm counting it. Of course, Macy's came through clutch, but then at the same time, we also adjusted the goal. So from 250 to 300. What a day. Hopefully tomorrow we can replicate it. That would be awesome. That'd be great. But, you know, every day is different. And I really doubt that tomorrow they're going to throw in that crazy high peak pay. As much as I'm not a fan of peak pay, it definitely came and helped. And at the same time, it's hard to tell, because would it have been that slow if there was no peak pay? I don't know. Because at the beginning of the peak pay, yeah, I think that's when I feel like there's like a sweet spot, kind of like the eye of the storm, you know, where like everything is going fine, everything is cool, everything is working as it should, and at one point there's just way too many drivers and not as many dashers, you know. And as the night goes on, the worse it gets, and then at the end it's just who's left, you know. And I feel like too many people out of there just saying, hey, I came out, so I might as well make it worth my while, so I gotta get something, you know. So, but in the end, it all worked out. We made over $300. I think it's been the first time in a while that I've made over $300. So super thankful that we can make that happen today, guys. Thank you guys so much again for helping me reach 3,000 subscribers. Again, the goal is $5,000, not subscribers, $5,000 by the end of the month. I believe we can do it. I think it might be kind of hard, but at the same time, I believe. Anyways, hopefully, you know, I followed through with my promise to myself, and I'm able to edit this video and go live for a little bit so we can hang out with you guys. But if I didn't, you know, I'm sure there's always next time. You guys stay safe, take care, peace.